IronPsycho, and welcome to another episode of Purrfect. As you remember, my accent was terrible, and because I had a British and Irish one, I kept trying to switch between. I completely lost. Oh, I completely lost my whatchamacallit. Kept losing my accent. Alright, so I tried to romance. I'm still wondering what happens if you if you try to romance without if you try to romance without or like try to not romance is what I'm trying to mean to say. Sorry about that. And see if you don't turn into a cat because you're not willing to become a cat because you don't fall in love with a cat. Screaming cats. I never thought I could add feline hairstylist to my CV, but it looks like today's my lucky day. I have a thing of juice, but it's very airy. Oh, I put my latex gloves and gather my tools. Brush, scissors, swabs, kitty wipes. Can't help but think I've forgotten something. Oh, of course, treats! I leave the tent and head for the lab, stopping to stroke a few of the island residents on my way. Jesus, hello. Meow, meow, meow! It's so ugly. I go out to the lazing subjects as I enter the lab. Look at what I've got! Shake the bag of treats and the small lab erupts in my hungry mouths. If you want these, you'll have to behave, okay? I open the first crate. Home of the grouchy Mr. Bumble. I gently lift him onto the counter to groaned. Morning, Grumpy. Let me check your ears. No debris? Lovely. I have a feeling you've been maybe discharged in the next day or two. He's brought in with a mild infection. Slight temperature, weepy eyes. But he seems to have recovered remarkably well. In fact, I'm going to recommend to Professor Purrfect that we release him by the end of the week. I give Mr. Bumble a cheeky cuddle before I begin to push him into his brush his matted fur. I'm just gonna stick with this because I'm having no trouble with it. Oh wow! Where does all that come from? There's enough fur here to make another cat. Mr. Bumble's beginning to get agitated and lets out a displeased grumble. I know, it's very annoying. Just gotta trim you up a bit and then you can go back to sleep. He resignedly lets me cut some of his hair and then his bum and back of his hind legs. Aren't you a good boy? Here you go, nom nom nom. I pour a little of the little fish-shaped shapes in the counter and the ragamuffin practically nails them. Now, let's get you back in your crate. Let's get you back in your cozy crate. I turn away and open the next one. Your turn, socks. Just a call and cola, yeah. I stop my own joke and begin brushing the little white cat a lot more loudly than the old Bumble and keep trying to bite the brush. Hey, don't make me get the harness, socks. That's no fun for either of us. I can't seem to understand and settles down, only giving the brush an occasional nip when he thinks it won't notice. Oh, hello, what's this? I noticed a little red patch on his neck, just under his chin. Ah, now we don't have butterflies, do we? Poor Soxy. I took a magnifying glass out of my inner pocket and examined the inflamed area closer. Ouch. Socks begins to struggle away from me. He must be in quite a lot of discomfort. Oh, it's okay, Socks, I'm just looking. I took the little cat to try and calm him down. I hate using sedatives on the subject unless it's absolutely necessary. After a while, I'm able to get a better look at the wound. There doesn't seem to be anything living under here. I'm really if I don't have to deal with any butterflies. It looks strange. It's a rash or a sore. I'm not sure how or where he'd come to pick it up. Good question. I'm worried about how to proceed. Should I clean it with saline solution and let the egg get to it, or should I put Professor Soothing Cream? Wrap it up with gauze. There's nothing in it. I'm gonna put saline solution. A sore like this should be clean with a little saline. No need for anything stronger. I resist the need for cream if it hasn't cleared up in a few days. I pour some saline in the gauze and gently place off spoon. He squirms a little. It's not very comfortable for him, but generally he sits pretty well. It's done in no time.
Pixel 6! Yes, no one knocks.
Dun dun. Bum bum bum. Get some recon done. Trixie. Environmental research. Trixie has been telling about me strange phenomena on nearby rock pool. I decided it's probably worth checking out. I've taken some time off today so that Trixie and I can show me the water pools she's been telling me about. I have some sample balls in my backpack along with some food and a blanket. It's nice we can have a picnic at lunch here. Where you at with Trixie? About snoots. Oh, these pools appear to be different colors.
They don't appear to be. Umi, they are.
I might give you the wrong voice this whole time, whatever. Well, can't prove that until we've tested them. Reflection, refraction, and dispersion can play lots of fancy tricks to the eye.
Pooh, you're testing. You take all the magic away, science person. Oops. You take all the magic away, science person. It makes your world very dull, I think.
Maybe you're right, Trixie. Let's wait and see what wonders you are going to show me, eh?
That's right, this way.
The pole again? Oh, yeah, she disappears from sight. I ran to the cliffside where she was walking and look over the edge. You can see that she jumped into a small rock shelf about 4 meters down from where we stood.
Come on, you can do it. Don't be a fraidy cat.
I'm more concerned about how I'm going to get back up again, actually.
There are all kinds of steps further along, but this way's closer to the entrance.
I don't want to appear too much of a killjoy. I clamber over to the edge and lower myself down, dropping the last few feet.
Impressive! Impressive! You got a few lines bringing your step.
You say so. I'm worried I might have twisted my ankle, but I don't want to say anything.
Follow me, Springy.
She disappears again. It's like keeping up with a jackrabbit.
Follow my voice.
You're the one that creeps me out the most, if I'm honest. And suddenly an alarming sound is coming between the two rock faces. Oh, it's high pitched, screeching, and very loud. I squeeze the crevice and when I look in the cave, but something is ceiling. Trixie! Stop! The sound is amplified in his enclosure, but it becomes deafening.
Sorry, Umi, but it feels so good. Have a try.
What?
Yell, shout, scream, sing at the top of your voice as loud as you can.
Oh, really? I feel self-conscious, but I'm dying to have a go.
You only live once, so it's so fabulous. So fabulous.
I keep forgetting how high her voice is. YOLO! She makes the noise again, and this time I join in. It's fantastic. The acoustics are something else. It's like an amphitheater. Eventually, we run out of steam, and I flip to the ground. I thought we were in water! Exhausted and exhilarated too. After we caught our breath, I'm ready to push onwards. We better get on with it if we don't want to be back late.
We're here.
Oh. I'm surprised. I was expecting something more impressive, I suppose. Is this the place? I look around for the first time and notice several small pools of water, not much larger than puddles, on the edge of the enclosure. Oh, I see. I bent down to the nearest pool, and straight away, that is the deepest red. It looks like blood.
Look at mine. Like liquid sky.
I cross the opposite side where Trixie's sitting, and sure enough, there's the clearest, richest blue water. Wrong accent.
And melted emeralds.
Again, followed in another pool in the green spring foliage. There's another deepest purple, one of orange, yellow, and pink. Oh, it certainly is amazing, as you said, Trix. How strange, they are so different. What's causing it? Has to be some trick of the light.
Put your hand in.
Well, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. There could be a number of bacteria making this happen. Let's not judge it until we know it's safe for sure.
I've done it lots. It's fine.
I glance over, and sure enough, she has her furry little paws in the golden colored water. Somewhat reassured, I scoop some of the blue water up and sniff it. It smells wonderful, as though it's been perfumed. Can't say perfumed. What is that smell? It's weirdly familiar. I take out bottles and begin collecting the waters. My theory about the light is blown when I line the little bottles up together and they retain their original true hue. Something is dyeing this water. I can't get away to back in 11 or some days.
You can go back the easy way if you like. Follow me.
We head back in the rock shelf and go past the spot we jumped down on the way there. Further along there is an ascent, just as Trish had said, but out with honeycomb steps. So I clearly tried to make a trail here, but it's all a bit rough and ready. Further along still, I can make out a large empty metal drum. It's rusted, obviously discarded some time ago. I get a closer look and see that there is a trap near the base of the remains of the label. I can only make out the words. I take a picture of it. Might cut along to decipher later. The preview of my smelling cave seems to be stronger here. I'm very intrigued. Trick's gonna be lessons. She's enormous. She is happy skipping along. Head looking for a good picnic spot for us. But I'll have to be patient with my investigations.
Meow. Meow, meow.
I have to rest because I don't want to be stupid and overwork myself. You haven't let any nap and you feel revitalized. Your energy's been restored. Magic! Ha ha ha. Snooty Boots! Snoots! I've been searching for the Sphinx for what feels like ages. For a cat that never seems to move, she's apparently difficult to find. I am answered eventually by the unintelligible murmur coming from the shade of a nearby tree. Oh, she's sleeping. Snooty Boot! I poke at her gently to try and rouse her. I have something for you, a gift as it happens.
Oh, human,
It's you. What are you doing about at this time? It's midday, Boots. Snoot stares at me uncomprehendingly. I have an hour for lunch. I came to spend it with you, but if it's not a convenient time, we can always find something else to do. Wait, you mentioned a gift. Well, yes, I suppose. I had the idea when we were drinking. Well, when you were drinking from the coconut I fetched for you the other day. I took some of the old remaining coconuts over to the lab and cut up some coconut oil. Snooty Boot opens her mouth wide. I sit awkwardly staring at her, unsure exactly what she's doing. Well, I'm ready to break my fast, human. It's sometimes hard sometimes to know whether to laugh or spit with this spoiled feline. No, Boots, this isn't for eating. You mentioned how good drinking coconut water is for you, so I thought you might like some coconut oil to rub in your skin. Keep your moisture and youth. Aren't you terribly clever? I can't help but blush. Sumi rarely compliments anyone, so I feel honored. You may begin. Sumi blows on her back, exposing her plump pink tummy to me. Oh, you want me to rub it in for you? Snoop only simply smiles in response. Well, please want to go a mess? Well, yes, I didn't want to make a fuss, but I would prefer it if you asked first. I'm sorry. There's much point in arguing with Princess Snooty Booty. I don't think she'd actually means to be rude, since she just doesn't seem to understand how to talk to people as equals. I don't have to be the energy to deal with this day, but I make the note that at some point she and I are going to have a little chit-chat about etiquette. Please, may I rub this coconut oil into your skin? Yes, you may! I pour some of the pungent liquid into the palm of my hand and rub together with the other. I have no idea what I'm doing, as I've never massaged anyone, but I work along the lines, putting sunscreen on a friend. As I touch the warm, loose skin of Snooty's Primidor pouch, I'm struck by how delicate she really is, and try to be gentle as possible. Is this okay? You're very skillful with your hands, human. Okay. Oh crap, I accidentally pressed space twice. Unless that's what it is and I'm just freaking out for no reason. I do wish I had those thumb things. They seem so useful. They're quite handy. To be honest. But paws are cool too. Snooty Booty lazily inspects one of her paws. Do my paws next, will you? Snooty's skin is reacting well to the treatment has become shiny and flat. I see the good it's doing. I moved to massage her paws, but I'm quite taken back by the length of her clothes. Oh my Boots, your clothes are really quite long. Did she use a scratching post or something? What? You know, something abrasive to follow them on. Whatever for? Well, the point of being a cat, really. Stops them catching on things. Snooty Booty is peering at me with one judgmental eye. Caught on what exactly? Oh, I don't know. Snoot, don't worry about it. I'm sure you're fine. Oh no. Oh no! Do go on. I'm intrigued. You seem to be implying that there is a degree of neglect in my grooming. No. I most certainly am not. You are by far the most high maintenance, highly groomed cat I've ever seen. In fact, you're a perfect example of a sphinx. What sphinx? She's trying to get me to say perfect again. It's hard to keep my face straight. Absolutely perfect, Snoot. And you're an expert. Well, I won't call myself that, but I've been reading up on sphinx cats, and you have a lot of the characteristics of a pedigree. It's very sweet of you to say. Remind me, what would those be? Shoot, I want to be accurate. I hesitate for a moment, trying to remember the pause for thought listed in the top features to look for a sphinx. There's rather a lot of info, and I want to give her the best bits. I want to be accurate. Well, let's see. Sphinx cats are well known for their strong muscular physiques. Stares silently. She's awfully engrossed, so I continue, which is counterbalanced by the little pot bellies. She sips a little, stretching out her torso. And you're of the opinion that I fit this obsession perfectly. I noticed how cute your pot when I was massaging your oil into it. The texture too. I said the sentence word for word. Although saggy in appearance, the texture of the sphinx is surprisingly firm and rubbery to the touch, not unlike the hot water. She blinks slowly. Blink slowly. I imagine this is also interesting for her. Also because you don't have fur to soak up excess oils. They have a tendency to be greasy and need to be periodically patted down with a cloth. The man also goes into great detail about the very unique personality of the sphinx. And I'm sure you remember every word of that too. Absolutely! They're incredibly antisocial with other domestic animals, yet extremely affectionate, even needy with humans, demanding attention at all times. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, I know the affection part was a bit on the wide mark, but otherwise it's a spot on. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It said that they grow patches of downy fur in the colder months. Is that true? You may stop now. Okay. Her mood seems to have worsened. You okay, Snoots? Actually, I'm rather concerned for my overgrown claws. Well, there's a little I can do about it being a hot water bottle, but I can at least keep my claws neat. Heh, my bad. I've obviously hurt her feelings. Maybe the descriptions weren't that flattering now I think about it. Oops, I talk normal. Maybe I could help with that. Go on. How about I give you a manicure? Well, it can't hurt, I suppose. Tomorrow then? I'll be here on my lunch break. You know, Snoots, the most beautiful and toy are aristocratic cat on the island. Well, that competition is hardly what one would call worthy. I don't know. The others can be quite fetching in the right light. In spite of her efforts to hide it, I catch the glimmer of a smile before she curls up to sleep. I know I'm gonna keep with my choices. Research. Research 6. It's time for some serious tests in the labs. I'm intrigued at what kind of work the professor has up his sleeve. Oh, by the way, there's a possibly high chance that, oh great, I'm stuck in this accent, that I might make these episodes shorter, just for the sake of the fact that I won't be home and not entirely sure if I'll be having good internet access where I'm going. So the chance is that I might make these episodes shorter in order to deal with the heavy weight of downloading in a different area. How? Okay, my stomach's crazy. Don't really want to do it. It's strange. I'm used to treating subjects with medication injections, but something about this doesn't feel right. Hello, you. I smile at a giant on the table in front of me. I look at the syringe in my hand. I turn to the professor. What are we testing for with these meds again? He looks up from his desk. Is there a problem, Salamander? I told you, it's supposed to stimulate hair growth. Why do we need to stimulate hair growth? Why, indeed. However, ours is not to the question. Salamander, the likes of you and I perform our tasks set out by people who pay our wages. Such is life. And I still don't trust you. The professor returns to his work, and I understand the conversation is over. Oh yeah, little good Irish. I look back at the little cat. His name's Smokey. He's loikoi cat with very short, fine hair. A real sweetie. I suppose the professor was right. This is my job, and although I feel terrible, I find a way to ignore the pangs of guilt and inject Smokey with the medication. He squeals, but ever quickly he returns to his cage. How long does this usually take? The professor looks up again, slightly irritated. I don't know. Professor Purrfect, I don't know, Salamander, but you're going to be paid to find that out, aren't you, my dear? Oh, my dear? Oh, yes, of course. I make a note of the time and observe the cat. After 5 minutes, there's no notable change. 10 minutes, still no change. Half an hour, I think I noticed his hair looks a little different, but I suspect my eyes are playing tricks on me. Now, and all of a sudden, I can see his hair is visibly longer and seems to be continuing the growth. I must say I'm very impressed and a little confused. I had to take a tea break. Smokey seems to content to nap for a while. Can I go get you a cup of tea, Professor? Oh no, I don't know how you can tolerate the foul stuff that blew up in the mess tent. Oh, you don't drink tea. I'm gonna keep that in mind for the other characters. I have my tremors of coffee here, though. Thank you. Fair enough. I'll be back in a bit. Tea? Whiskey? Trying to do a Jack here. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I was trying to stick with an Irish accent, but that didn't work. Alright, so anyways, I've been going for 10 minutes at most. As I enter with my mug of tea, I instantly notice the drama taking place in Spooky Cage. I find it hard to stifle laughter. Oh my goodness, Professor, have you seen this? Ooh, I'm getting sleepy! The professor looks up. He's exasperated by another interruption, but then he notices the cage. Douche, this is your job too! Oh dear, why don't we just stand there? Solomon, get him out! I open the front of the cage and pull out the little hairball that Smokey has turned into. His fur tumbles over my arm and I cradle the bewildered cat. Well, I never. Very interesting, isn't it? Some murder. I think it's still growing, Professor. I do believe you're right. Perhaps we should consider the clippers. The professor hands me a small set of... Oh man, I did it again. I lost it. Well, the professor hands me a small set of silver electric clippers, and I immediately begin using them on the ever-expanding Smokey. I continue to shave for the next 15 minutes until he finally seems to run out of fur. My, that's a lot of hair. We both stand staring at the pile of fur at the feet. Just keep a small amount for testing, put the rest out in the back, or can dispose of it later. Laura? Miss Marigold. Excellent work today, Salamander. Most interesting findings. Thank you, sir. Although the results had nothing to do with me, I left feeling a tad guilty about Smokey's ordeal. As I place him back in his cage, I check for any signs of trauma, and when satisfied he's a guy, I awkwardly take my leave. Yikes! Alright, one more thing and then I'll call it. Recon. Students has brought me something intriguing and I better check it out. Just kidding, wrong voice. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Salamander, are you still sleeping? You really ought to wake up by now. Oh, Snooty Booty, are you okay? Why are you in my tent? All this lazing about is very bad for your complexion. To say nothing about the dragging effects of the delicate tissue under your eyes. Is there something I can help you with? Possibly. I have something I want to look at. Right now? What time is it? Time you were active. Come along. Well, at least let me get ready. Very well. Yawn! Snooty Booty sits down and starts grooming herself. After a moment, she looks up again. Why aren't you ready yet? Can you leave the tent so I can... Well, could you leave the tent so I can get dressed? For goodness sake. Snooty Booty rolls her eyes and walks out. I get dressed resignedly for her. What do you think it is? I'm intrigued. We're on the beach staring at a particularly buried bottle sealed inside a plastic bag. It looks like as though it's only washed up recently. Well, there's really only one way to find out. I pull the bottle out of his hand. It's some kind of document or note bag, along with the bottle. What is that thing? Read it to me. It's a good thing I'm just curious, Snooty, or I'd feel a lot more irritable by now. I carefully unseal the bag and unfold the paper. I read the note out loud. Initial test or most recent formula are encouraging. Subject 6 through 18, dang, that's a good one, are appear visibly younger. Moderate to severe side effects noted, including increased hair growth and marked mood altered. Subject 1 to variety major complications. Some new, some term tumors, skin irritation, partial blindness, memory loss. We need to look into this, check for the contaminants, and continue to irritate our formula. Appear visibly younger? Snooty Booty. Is that the most important thing you gathered from this report? That's quite right, Salamander. We ought to not trust it. That note could have been written by anyone we shall contact. Conduct our experiment. Apply the cream to my skin. Have you lost your mind, Snooty Booty? Did you know what I read out loud? Tumors, blindness, memory loss. Statistics bore me. You should know that by now. Let us live little. I'm willing to take the risk in the name of science. We're not taking any risks, Snooty Booty. You wait here until I go get my kit back from the lab. Let's see if we can work out what this stuff is made of. I was hoping the lab would be free, but the professor is in there making some notes. Ah, hello, Salamander. I thought you were taking the day off from the lab. I just keep switching his accent, by the way. Or his voice, for that matter. Oh yeah, I am Professor. I just wanted to check something. I can't take the test equipment away without Professor getting suspicious. I'll have to come up with some kind of excuse. Whatever. Yeah, so I left my bag here. Looks up from his work. Is that your bag? It looks a lot like a field kit. It looks a lot like a field kit bag. Oh, so it does. I've never noticed that before. Very slimmer. That's definitely mine. He goes back to his work. Very good. Oh, he doesn't trust me. Enjoy your day off. I walk out, purposeful with the bag. As I approach the beach, it becomes clear Snooty Booty has managed to break into the ointment. She appears to have spilled some, and now is busy rolling around in it. Snooty Booty, what are you thinking? That could be very dangerous. The only danger here is the ghastly sand sticking to my delicate skin. Do help me get rid of it, Salamander. I try to walk the sand off, but it's stuck like glue. Underneath the layer of sand, I can see her skin is very pink. With no time to lose, I pick her up and run to the ocean, trying to use seawater to clean off as much of the ointment as I can. Put me down! What on earth? I've never been so humiliated in my life! She just buzzed my grips and scampers off in a huff. I think I got it all off, so I leave her to it. Now, back to samples. There's not much I can do here on the beach, so I'll just have to wait for Professor to finish his job in the lab. Well, that was quick. As luck would have it, the Professor needed to retire. It was 10 earlier than usual. He's come to read some research paper that arrived from the mainland this morning. So now I continue looking into the ointment and I began to test the substance of several common compounds in the cosmetics. It's negative for all of them. I went in the test for other organic compounds. I can imagine about 30% of ointment is cat saliva. If they're using saliva from cats on the island, they'd be infecting all of their test subjects with catification. But where have the other side effects come from? I ran the ointment again, and this time it looks like known for other researchers. Before I can get results back in, soon become strong. And I thought you should know that the secret security guard is coming this way. You should make yourself scarce before he arrives. Not that I care what happens to you after you threw me into the ocean. I have no time to finish the experiment now, but I will work on it later in the privacy of my tent. I take my things and run before Zayden arrives. Boo, boo. Nice. All right. For now, I'm gonna call it here. Let me rest really quick. Oh, dang it, I did it. I'm gonna rest really quick so that way there are waves crashing. The sound is so loud. I can't make my wait. The waves are crashing. The sound is so loud. I can't make myself be heard. But I still scream until the light flash that's moving away from the sinking ship. I'm going to drown with the ship. I'm being thrashed against the side of the wooden vessel. This isn't right. The ship looks wrong. Whoa! Cat face looms close to mine. Everything is wrong. All of it. Which cat are you? But the words. Look at that rush. Oh, but the words came out of my mouth as mewling, and I realized I'm not myself. I'm some kind of beast. Suddenly I'm flowing. I'm in the claws of an enormous bird. The beaten wings are deafening, and I look down to see the ground approaching really fast. Whoa. You can drop through the break. What does that mean? What break? What break? Breakfast? Rise and shine. Miss Marigold, I don't know what voice to give you. You don't really talk. Cool. Alright, so anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me for this latest video. I'm hoping you're liking so far, and I'm so sorry I keep changing everyone's voices constantly. I'm gonna try to use voices I'm either used to, especially ones that won't confuse me when I have other characters talking with one another. I'll try to make it as diverse as possible. If anything, I'll probably use Utter Nonsense, if you guys have played that game, to like give me a random accent to deal with every time, since there's gonna be a lot of characters. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you feel in the comments below, and if anything, whoa, let me get out of here first. I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys, so much for joining me for these. Bye.